a vampire.
This is my domain. And when you are here, you listen to me.
I'm still really new at this. Could you perhaps maybe repeat yourself, please?
You trying to threaten me? Oh, that's very cute.
Is this even real? Is any of this real? Who are you?
Honestly, darling, it's not that hard. You just need a bit of, finesse.
I'm sorry, Lazarus. I never meant. I'm so sorry.
You think that you are invincible, Vice, but you are just a man as you have always been.
Welcome in, everybody, to this week's episode of Salem by Night. All right, Mads, if you wouldn't mind our recap.
I guess it's only fitting to say good evening. I'm Mads O'Shea. I promise that even though my mind is like scrambled eggs at the diner on the corner, I have things to say that are, well, they just are. So let's talk about the tangled tapestry of our kindred existence once more. Our journey began with Julia, a list of names clasped in her hands, handed over to Xirus. And beside her stood Viola, loyal as ever. Oh, and Lukas and we had a conversation. A peculiar exchange, you might say. He offered his blood to me, and I kept a vial of it for curiosity's sake, for a deeper understanding, for something more. Lukas's blood touched my lips and closed my eyes to a premonition. A swirling maelstrom of past, present, future, woven together, punctuated by a mournful sound, a single note, a wolf's howl, shivers of a tundra's cold embrace. And Lazarus Kane, emerging, a figure of darkness and hurt, wrapped in a three-piece suit. Silver hair, lupine eyes, a haunting blend of beauty. "Don't get lost," he said, his words lingering, touching my cheek, his promise sealed with a drop of blood. Garu country. That's where the danger lurks in the shadows, and we saw through her eyes. A Siberian wasteland ravaged by Garu frenzy, and there Lazarus appeared cradling Lukas and his broken brother. No, not Lukas now, but a child. A baby. And Alexandra, this woman, her words cryptic and heavy, hung in the air. Lukas and his brother found shelter in a shop hidden away from the world's harshness. In time, it slipped through my fingers like it was never there. And then Lukas, sharing a tender night with Alexandra. A connection forged long before his embrace into this kindred world. Twins bearing the scars of survival stood as a testament to resilience. And then we skip forward to Vice, his voice reaching Blythe, rather, I guess Jericho, who went to go check in on him. A conversation with a Korean caller where he spoke of self-sacrifice and giving up, in Jericho, offering his comfort, his ear, and words of advice. Mads, me, wouldn't be okay with Vice giving up. I guess I got lucky with a friend like them, even if Mr. Wednesday is absolutely terrifying. Then we have Viola, a Judas, overhearing a conversation between Xirus and Kadal, and her life becomes threatened. Karma? No, She doesn't deserve to die. And so 3 by 3, blood by blood, a pact is made. She isn't her own anymore from one prison unto the next. Perhaps her and I are not so different after all. She, a prisoner to the warlocks, and me, a prisoner to my mind. A conversation between Nox and Lukas, Alistair Nox, vice, alliances swirling in darkness entangled with profit, yet a voice rose against the shadows. A fervent desire for Vice's end. I don't quite recall who wanted his death, but it wouldn't be the first time someone has tried. The voice painting kindred as monsters, and not all of us are, you know. I try not to be. And another premonition. Or rather, a journey. I was there, or wasn't I? It seemed too real. Vice Jr. A piece of Lazarus's canvas, caught. An image of an angel with red hair, an echo of Lazarus's artistry. And we talk. Vice Jr. and I. Our souls brushing against each other's pain. Vice Jr., a boy named after the very man who saved me. The very man who just admitted he had killed the sweet, innocent child with a heart as big as my own. The man who left a hole the size of a boy in Lazarus Kane. Vice Jr. Vice Jr. Kane, a boy who saw me through the veil. I don't even know how. He had been unconscious for so long, Lazarus, but I knew that if I could bring him back. He had given me the key, the words. Through blood. My blood he would come, and so I shared with him. I would give him everything. I don't even know why. He pulls me in. Me. Our bond deepened, sealed by a kiss. The strange turn life takes. And then, in a moment as profound as eternity, Lazarus vowed himself to me. Throwing Elizabeth aside, our destinies entwined, sealed by blood. A vow that connects us to the very end. Perhaps our salvation. But I'm gonna have to tell Vice all of this, aren't I? I have to save them, and I don't even know if I can. So, fellow kindred, observers beyond the veil of our coterie, our story continues, painted with emotions that defy the shadows, curiosity, the yearning for connection. So let's see what tonight brings. A meeting, breaking the binds that tie people together, pulling on the strings of fate, and so I leave you. I leave you all to the whims of your humanity. Something most of us lack.
All right. One by one, you've all returned. Whether it be by an inclination or a text message that you received from one Lazarus Kane to meet at Dr. Fletcher's, to regroup, to plan. You all gather in the bank of computer rooms, the soft hum of machines working, the gentle beeps of the medical equipment, and the one-way mirror glass window that views Maverick's hospital room. Vice Brown and Lazarus have been in a room before since the incident, but now, Mads, you know why. And through the bond, you feel Lazarus' beast straining to be free, pushing at the barriers of his physical being, whispering, death, repayment, suffering due. And out of the corner of your eye, you watch as Lazarus Kane simply clenches his fists at his side and stands straight and tall.
Good evening.
Evening.
He takes an unneeded breath.
You are all probably wondering why I invited you to return.
And he looks at Dr. Fletcher and gives you a slight bow.
My thanks in turning your haven into a social gathering.
It's the least we could do. There's much to be discussed. So, what is our plans? We have information now. Yes?
I am curious to know exactly what it is you wish to do.
Well, I believe last we discussed we have this new information. This information to potentially take away power from Elizabeth. That is our Chronicle.
I'm just wondering, where do we start?
Is our purpose for power? Or is it to find a cure?
Lazarus tilts his head.
A cure?
Well, an infection requires a cure. And if all we seek is power, then are we no better than she is?
I believe we're not seeking power. We're seeking to weaken. Because as of right now, she's a threat to all of us.
Right. Knock her off her high horse, right? That's the plan?
Correct, Blythe.
Oh.
Or Jericho. Yes.
Am Jericho today still. Spins his chair.
Right. Forgive me. Still getting used to this.
Also, a cure would be lovely. I would rather not have my be beheaded chemically. Quite nice.
Yes, agreed. So then, you have this list. This is a list of those underneath is Elizabeth. Lazarus, is there any of this you can point us in the right direction? There's many names here.
He frowns as he goes over the list. This is certainly not all. Our shadow is long and dark. The Camarilla. He grits his teeth. They support every action and decision she makes.
Even if it's insane?
It is simply thinning the herd in their eyes. They
Oh,
push
okay.
young kindred, licks, fledglings. They push them into the maw of the Second Inquisition, and then they destroy the Second Inquisition from there. But you cannot find a shark in an ocean unless you put a little blood in the water.
Correct.
And the Camarilla are that. And these fledglings, the draw for the Second Inquisition. On this list, I can tell you the ones who hate her most. And he points. Ethan Vincent Gray. A hunter. He... If we can convince him. He would be an asset.
Is he human?
No.
Is he one of us?
No.
Is he a beast? Does he howl at the moon?
He gives you a steady look. And he nods.
Interesting.
That makes me all the more excited to meet him.
So he is a creature of the moon. Mads looks at Lukas. Tilts her head.
He just gives you a look like, what? Like, oh, you're on about.
Perhaps a connection is formed where others are not aware. Their own kin unbeknown.
Lukas just looks at you for a second, and he just lets out a little snicker and a laugh. Unfortunately, what I am, they also hate.
It's only because they don't know you.
Oh, no. I am a special kind of hate that I shouldn't be allowed to exist. And that's
Is that
all
why
I'll
you
say.
Is that why you smell funny?
No, I just take showers. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I don't know what
Smell my armpits.
I'm just saying, when I was in the car, your blood is strange and honestly quite frightening.
It's dangerous.
Vice
I know.
chirps in and says, I was not imagining it then.
I know.
Well, now, you've just made yourself quite a bit more interesting, young Lukas.
Please. Look, man, I've been dealing with this all my life. It's a terrifying thing. And a very annoying thing.
Why exactly is it terrifying? Why exactly... I can assume why it's annoying. But why terrifying? Are you a danger to us?
No. I don't know my own life.
Curious. If memory serves me properly, Garu can't actually be turned into kindred. So... you are quite the abomination, aren't you?
Correct.
Ah.
That's why kindred hate me. Garu hate me. I shouldn't be allowed to exist. But here I stand.
You have one foot in each part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
As do I, Lukas.
I know.
Abomination is such a cruel world. I would like to say an enigma. You're an enigma.
So, where do we find this Ethan Vincent Gray?
He used to come to Miss Blythe for readings. He's a client.
Ah.
The client.
Friends in unknown places.
Granted, she hadn't been turned during their last appointment. But he is a client.
I know where he lives. I have his address. But we are not friends.
I was about to say, I think it'd be a little weird being like, knock knock, hello, hi, we're just a bunch of kindred just walking in and wanting to talk to a vampire hunter. Please don't kill us. I think we'll need a little bit more of a subtle approach. Maybe with someone they're more familiar with, Jericho?
A Malkavian's web.
Oh boy.
I mean... if you have the address, I'm sure... Jericho knows Blythe. And I'm sure can pretend. A game of chance acting?
I mean, I have been privy to all her appointments. Her entire career.
So then a game of pretend.
I think I can handle that.
Lazarus squints.
It says, or we could actually bring Blythe back.
I mean, I suppose you could do that. I don't actually know how that works. I'm not even sure how I got here. It's
There's
been
more
fun,
than
though.
just Jericho inside of her mind, Lazarus.
I'm
There's a
aware.
whole slew of us.
I've been inside. And there is a darkness in there.
I'm confident I could bring Blythe to the surface if you wanted.
He looks a little sad, but like shakes his head, nods his head like, she probably would be the more useful one in this situation, to be honest.
You're the
'cause-
Malkavian. You decide. I care not who goes.
And Vice makes this.
Oh. You're just trying to impress Mads.
And Lazarus finally looks at him and. and he. Oh, sorry. Sorry. And he kind of like makes himself like sit, shrink behind one of the little cubicles.
Well, if
Okay.
y'all promise I can come back to visit, I will gladly give Blythe's vessel back to her.
Give back the vessel, but speak no word of you.
Preferably, she knows of me, but she doesn't know that, she doesn't need to know that I drove the bus for a while. I don't know. It might have consequences, it might not. Who knows? We've never done this before. Whether or not you want to tell her, I guess that's up to you. I don't know if it's dangerous or not.
You decide, Jericho, if you go or if Blythe does. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. The rest of us, with your permission, Dr. Fletcher, I will suggest something.
What are you suggesting?
I want to ask how bloody you want this to be. No violence or a lot of violence? If we are going to cut Elizabeth's financial support here in Salem and possibly force her back south to actual Big Apple, New York, then when her shareholders have their meeting, send myself or Kadal.
And Kadal looks up across the way, and him and Lazarus share a moment of ancient kindred communication, and then Vice stands up, and both of them, like they're having this unspoken conversation. They both look at Vice, and the both of them just... I am of the opinion we kill no mortals. I don't think it's good for any of our mental health. As distasteful as my opinion is, I am still alive, and therefore the Baron, and also the most fabulous Ancillay in the room, gentlemen. Now, let's speak where the children can hear us. And both of them...
Speaking of the Baron, Vice, I have a request from Nox.
Yes?
He would like for me to return to working for him. In return, he would be our ally for this.
What do I get out of it?
Hold on. I gotta read my nose again. He had a very long list of grievances also,
Oh,
but
most of those happened at a Christmas party.
That's the thing. He didn't like the whole Christmas sweater thing.
But he looks absolutely lovely.
I understand. But
It's because he finds me attractive and he can't contain it.
no. He's a very old-fashioned man, understand. He's not that.
Of course.
He's not that kind of individual.
Oh, Lukas, I have a very sharp nose. I know when another of
You just
my
like to mess
kind
with him?
thinks I'm attractive.
Yeah?
Nox is so far in the closet that I would have to join him and we would have our 7 minutes in heaven together. But he refuses my advances, which is fine. I'm patient. I can wait.
I see. Well, I think the exchange was that he was side with us to help fight Elizabeth. In exchange, he just wants me to work for him again. That kind of just the small little tidbit.
Fine.
That's really it.
When all of this is over...
But I'm still working with you guys.
Of course. I will happily reinstate you, and I will speak to Nox personally.
I think he'll probably want me to be there so you don't be weird, if that makes sense.
I'm never weird.
I know. But I understand. The Baron. Yeah.
He frowns a little. I am simply charming.
100%. I agree. I have faith. He's just, Nox, he's a little crazy.
Right. My vote is no violence. Do you think we can do it? And Lazarus says,
No, I don't think we can do it without violence.
I agree with Lazarus.
Well, unfortunately, we cannot have a war without casualties. But if we can move quick and as quiet as possible, we can surprise them and they will not be ready to react. And then we do what we must to protect our city.
Vice just sighs, a little sad.
Xirus gives him kind of a gesture of understanding.
And then Lazarus cuts in and says,
Like I said, myself or Kadol into the shareholder meeting. Second, you go to the Camarilla strongholds and we destroy the kindred inside. Or we convince the Second Inquisition to raid it. That way our hands stay clean. But we are still responsible. And Lazarus then whips his head over to Vice and says, And since when does taking a life bother you, Vice? And Vice just snaps his jaw close and squeezes his fist, straightens. And it's just kind of awkward and tense.
So you suggest that we do exactly what she has been doing, but to take her down, whereas her purpose has been to take us down.
Correct.
Are we then not just as bad?
We are kindred, Matt O'Shea.
We unfortunately are monsters.
Well then,
We don't have to be.
I vote myself and Mads and Viola seduce them all.
What? Excuse me?
You're welcome. I've seen you in action. You are as slutty as I am.
Yes.
It'll be perfect.
Listen, excuse Excuse me, I would rather not
You
discuss
are
my
absolutely
past in-
excused and can keep yourself quiet right now, fledgling. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Wonderful.
I mean, seduction's not a bad idea.
Exactly.
Stop spinning in his chair. I've also decided that I want to keep driving the bus for a while.
There we go. Right. What do you think, Dr. Fletcher? I mean, I would offer myself. I'm well equipped for parties. Rated E for everyone. Granted, my preference are men, mortal and young, but that's regardless. It's not here or there. But the shareholder meeting, let me work my magic. I could just bully all of you and say, I'm the Baron, tough, like I just did to Viola. Sorry about that, love. You tried to kill me. I mean...
No hard feelings, I guess.
Good.
She kind of like...
I'm glad we can put it behind us.
I'm glad you gave me a second chance.
Everyone deserves a second chance. Isn't that right, Mads?
Of course.
All right, everyone put your hand into the circle if you agree. No violence. 2 mortals.
This doesn't make sense.
What doesn't? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
They don't make much sense either, but if we send Kadal or Lazarus to infiltrate this meeting, don't they already know, Lazarus, that... And Vice, if you were to go, it makes no sense. Didn't you pretend to die? Aren't they trying to kill you?
Right, love, but I don't have to look like myself. I'm friends with plenty of Zemitzi.
I don't
Also-
understand.
He could also always deceive them and tell them that, haha, I died so I can see who was actually loyal to me. And now here's your chance to redeem
The point is
yourselves.
that none of them are loyal, Viola.
I mean, the whole point of that meeting is the fact that they all
Right.
stand under Elizabeth's flag.
Let me put my 2 cents in. So, here's the plan. I know Katsif. I plan to infiltrate Katsif's personal chambers, maybe frighten him a little, tie him up, leave him somewhere like a stuffed pig, but not where he'll die, take on his visions, go to the meeting, ruin everything, and then invite everyone over for tea. And by tea, I mean great sexual encounters, take a lot of photos, there's plenty of blackmail to keep them in line, and then the rest of us just go on our merry way. No killing, right? And Lazarus pipes in and says, however, the only secret that stays secret is between 3 people where 2 of them die. You don't think that these mortals will be easily swayed, Vice? You don't think that they will just throw the new leader, this new leadership, this new happy plan out the window? They don't care. They are barely different than Elizabeth. Barely different than myself or Kadol. They think they can crush the weak. And then he looks over at you, Jericho.
I was just gonna... Whew, the tension is thick. I could cut it with a spaghetti noodle. How about, since this seems to be the issue where you can't go and you can't go for all the different reasons that everyone has stated, I mean, what if we approach the individual, because you were telling us which ones hate Elizabeth the most. What if we just start with them, we split up, approach them all individually with a little proposal of, hey, we know that you're under this lady's thumb and you kind of hate her. How would you like to see her come down?
I have an idea.
Shoot.
You may be right, Jericho. The issue is that Vice, nor Cadal, nor Lazarus should go.
Mm-hmm.
But you have 2 people here that Elizabeth wants more. Isn't that right, Viola?
Unfortunately so, and I looks at Vice. I also did my portion of getting blackmail. So, Lazarus is right. I mean, she has backups and backups of all that blackmail. Honestly, we should be... I know this sounds kind of silly, but maybe we should target, like, IT first? Like, all that... So she doesn't have anything on them first. That could be an idea.
Sounds like an excellent idea to me. However, it sounds like this hunter is the one we should speak with first, right?
Yes, I believe so. Having him on our side would be a great boon.
Yes, let's start small. Let's take it one step and see where it takes us. And then after that, we can decide on the next step as we get more information.
All right, how do we want to achieve that step? Like, we go to his house, right? I obviously pose as Miss Blythe, and while the rest of you hang out in like a Scooby-Doo mobile, waiting just in case something goes wrong. I mean, nothing should go wrong. I'm a charming gentleman. Blythe is an even more charming lady. But, you know, just in case.
We get the... You said to go to him or bring him back to Blythe's apartment. Where did you meet?
Well, she couldn't afford her own shop, so she tended to just meet people places. Sometimes those places were their own homes. I'm trying to remember if she's ever met him at his home, or if they've always met like at another location.
Roll an intelligence and an academics to recall the information.
Woo! Let's see, intelligence. Oh, I got nothing in academics, so intelligence it is. Wow. That's a critical for 4. First roll of the night. Let's go, baby.
He always came in.
So they would always meet at a location?
Wherever Blythe's little shop was.
Well, that's what he was just explaining.
So
She
it just
didn't have
depends
one.
on where she...
The basement, right?
Yeah,
That's
where
what you
she
said to me last time.
commonly read them. So... I mean, there might have been one time they met at the laundromat. But...
I think he's one of the few that would meet her at her place.
Yeah. He, with the 4, you do know that there's a very specific laundromat, called Stink Then Wash.
Stink then wash. Okay.
Yeah, the owner, Danny. Nice guy. Really into Vincent. Lots of flirting, but Vincent just kind of never really cared. But he did say that they had the best, you know, the 50-cent machine that you twist and you get Mike and Ike's out of, and like those fruit chips. like the banana-shaped candy and the orange and the cherries and stuff, the hard candies. Those were his
Uh-huh.
favorite. This is his favorite place to go to get those. So, and he's there once a week to do his laundry. You might try there first, unless you want to go directly to his home.
What? I mean, did he always go the same day?
Same 3 days.
Same 3 days.
Anybody remember
Is-
what day it is in game?
Wow, I sure do not remember what day it is.
I'm going to I do, but I'm going to assume that this little break where Lazarus called us back, perhaps we all got a night's rest because it's been the past couple of sessions have all been one night, and that includes rescuing Vice, that includes rescuing Blythe's dad and stuff. So I don't know if we want to just RP the fact that we had a little rest in between.
Oh yeah,
PM?
that's fine. If this is next
Resting.
night.
Ew.
So,
Okay, so this is
then-
the next night. We're all fresh-eyed. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is like, it was Wednesday.
So now it's Thursday. Okay. Thursday, Friday, Saturday are his 3 laundry days.
Today is one of the days that he would normally go to the laundromat. We could see if he's there. Granted, if I'm driving the bus, I'm gonna have to go change, because I wore pants today.
Does anyone have anything to change into? I mean, Blythe, I'm also wearing your... Well, I was wearing your clothes. They're a little bloody now.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I could just be like, aha, I wore a suit and got a haircut today. Since you've seen me. Not today. Since you've seen me. There we go. We'll just say, I'm just trying a new look today. Right? It'll be fine. Because, with the haircut, he's probably gonna wonder something anyway.
I mean, how vastly different is Jericho's look to Blythe's again? Like, vastly different, right?
I mean, physically they're the same person, but he's chopped off all her hair, so it's a short boy cut, and he has changed into a suit.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think as long as this, as Ethan can recognize it is the, as you say, same bus, I don't think he should worry too much, would he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to approach him as is. How do you want me to approach that, by the way? I mean, do you want me to, ease my way into the conversation of how we're doing it, or do you want me to be like, hi, Mr. Gray,
I think you should be as direct as possible.
Oh, perfect. I'm real good at direct.
Okay.
So should you tell him without deceiving him? Just be like, "Hey, I'm here on behalf of Blythe. My name is Jericho. Would really like a word with you."
I could just tell him that we could be twins. She's my sister. Then we look alike. He frames his face. It's perfect. She's got a small chest anyway. It's fine. Totally hidden in my suit. You'll never know.
Question: do they actually really look alike?
Mm-hmm.
They look the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's literally Blythe's body.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
still
thank
one
you.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just different haircut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, there's a subtle the body language is very different, so they feel like different people, but they're the same person.
Oh yeah,
Same
the body language is super different.
Yeah, same person, but it's like someone playing a bit or a part,
God.
Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't even say that I'm representing Blythe. Then I mean, maybe I should just approach him and be like, "Hi, Mr. Gray. I understand that you are in a situation that you don't want to be in, and we're here to help you solve that. We're trying to bring down this Miss Elizabeth bitch. Can I call her a bitch? I would like to.
Lazarus like cringes, still not used to any disrespect towards her. So
Oh, I'm sorry. Does that make you? I will hold that word for when you are not in the room. My apologies. Right, cool. I think this plan couldn't possibly go wrong.
This. I.
What's the plan B for when it goes plan howling at the moon?
That's when y'all come in out of your Scooby-Doo mobile and save me.
Okay, so are we all going together? Is that,
Or
is that the
not.
plan?
I don't know. Is it the plan?
I personally, I don't think I should be there.
I spin in my chair some more.
I think all of you should go. You're a coterie.
Fuck.
You should act like one.
Whee! Coterie.
Right. I agree. Especially if it goes coding and howling at the moon.
Correct.
We
And I think myself, Gidal, and Vice should have a conversation.
when he says that, Xirus looks at Gadol, kind of a like
The Big Daddy meeting.
good luck kind of look.
yeah, Gadal looks like, oh god, the drama. Just kind of bored.
He's like, I just work here.
Okay,
Right. Cool. Who's driving?
Jericho, how do you intend to convince Mr. Gray to working with us?
And I'm assuming you guys
Introduce
are
not
getting in the
everything.
car, right? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
unless Mads has something she wants to say to the
To the daddies.
the daddies that are gonna.
I mean, that is what I called them.
Yeah, she will,
PTA.
but like we can do that as soon as like everyone's talking.
Okay.
Like I will go into the van, but yeah, of course. Go ahead.
My plan for convincing is just to, to just do it. Tell him we can get him out of his shit.
Very direct.
I mean, that's what Mr. Kane told me to be, was direct.
No, I understand the course of action. I'm with you on this. I'm a very direct individual in my line of work. I do, so yeah. So I'm with it. He and I share the same understanding, so
Perfect.
All right. Anybody have anything special they'd like to say to the Ancile before the coterie heads off?
are you referring to the three? Lukas just looks at Lazarus and just gives him a quiet nod and then proceeds to leave the building, waiting on the rest.
You get a slow acknowledgement in return.
Mhm.
Viola, anything for you?
No, she'd want to talk to Xirus, so.
Okay, so that can happen on the way to the car. All right. Jericho?
Nah, I think I'll just wave at the three of them. I say, play nice. Give him a wink. Waltz on out.
Okay. And Xirus?
No, I think you said enough with the simple look.
All right. Mads.
She'll look amongst the three of them. And she just kind of has a look of It's like her eyes are almost on the verge of tears. It says, regardless if you can or cannot forgive each other, you must remember that there is more to us than the beast inside. All of you. Even though your humanity may be gone, or on the verge of leaving, or even somewhere hidden, put your grievances aside. For my sake, and for everyone else's. Remember your promises. Remember your vows. And she looks directly at Lazarus. Remember. Because memories hold us together. She looks at
Memories
Vice.
hold us together. And he bows.
She looks at Vice. I will keep my promise. I'm no longer that little girl anymore on the rooftop. I will wear this crown.
He makes the little gesture of adjusting the crown.
And to Kadal. I don't know you. And even though you may know who I am, you are an important part of this story. I will keep them safe. Your family and mine.
Kittle
And she
gives
turns around.
Kittle gives you a little acknowledgement, and the moment they think you're out of earshot, you hear Vice say,
Lazarus Kane, what have you done to my child? I swear to God!
and Lazarus is like,
Don't start, Vice. And he's like, what are you going to do? Throw that big body of yours around? You've probably thrown it all over her!
and Kadal just groans,
And says, I really do not want to have to mediate.
and Lazarus is like,
There'll be no mediating if there isn't any kindred!
and then the door closes behind you.
Love that.
Lol.
Lukas, you're
Yes.
almost to the car and your phone rings.
I answer it.
Hey, baby! I knew you'd answer on the first fucking ring! That's what I'm talking about, real husband material. Are you awake for the night?
I just like, who's the caller ID?
You look down, you see a picture of Kyler in his maid. Little outfit.
When did you change your contact photo on my phone?
Yesterday, when I had a
I
Slurpee.
fucking hate you.
Look, me and Jericho, we had a moment, okay? Speaking of, is he still around? I like that guy.
Yes, get to the point before I fucking strangle you through this phone.
Oh, the point. Oh, why did I call? Hey, do you know why I called? And Nix grabs the phone. He's like, oh, God! And she's like, you can imagine that she reached forward and pinched him and took his phone and is like, Lukas,
Yes.
hey.
Yeah.
All I wanted to know is we kept watch over Lazarus's Kane's clubs, and there's some really sussy fucking mortals. We followed him to a
How?
warehouse out on the dock.
Cool.
And
Noted.
anyways, I've got some photos for you. I think these mortals have everything to do with the shipment of these fucking vaccines. Because they didn't come from any fucking pharmaceutical. They came from a warehouse down on Dock 18. Kyler's like, I'm the one who did it! You hear him shout in the back.
I'm the one who found out.
Yeah, okay. Great, Wonder Bread. Yeah, really good job. Look, I know
might
you wanted
need
us to do
one of
something else.
you-
I wanted to apologize.
What?
We're not doing what you asked us to because we had an inkling to do something else.
Do you think I care that you'd listen to me ever?
I don't want to be in a habit of being disrespectful. I mean, I'm disrespectful, you know, and I call
I know you are, but you mean and you give a fuck. I care, blah, blah, blah. You getting sentimental on me makes me want to actually chokeslam you.
Shut the hell up. I'm glad we're on the same
No,
fucking
I will not.
page. Ileana
But-
had a weird dream, and so we thought we would check it out, okay? That's it.
I appreciate that. I need you in a minute. Meet me here. He sends the address.
Okay.
And keep those two watching the thing.
It's only me and Kyler here. Ileana's at home.
Oh,
She's playing the one in the chair.
fuck. That's fair. Do you think he can handle watching? He can. I believe in him. He's trained.
I don't think he should stay here.
Okay.
Is this gonna be a fight you're getting into?
You know, wolves and shit, you know? I kind of need some stuff,
Okay.
just in case.
Well, then I guess we're both gonna come.
All right, fair, that's fine. That's fine. I'll see y'all in a few.
Yeah, and as she goes to hang up, you hear her shout, "Hey, Wonder Boy! What the fuck are you doing? Put your nipples away!"
He's just eating a cigarette, just like, I'm gonna lose it.
Right. In the car, Viola, what do you want to say to Xirus?
Just because mortals are, quote unquote, we should be no bloodshed, you remember your promise.
Yes.
I do good by you, you do good by me. Besides, kind of like your family, especially that Julia. She's smart.
Yes, she is. She's very capable, that one. A lot of potential. Well, I hope you understand. We do have these promises, but I'm still in charge.
Of
And you will
course.
respect me.
As you command.
Good. Then I'll make sure you get that audience. Anything more?
No, lead the way. I trust you. We're in this together now, all of us.
Good.
We need trust.
That's what I'd like to hear. Very well. Come on.
All right, inside the car, Mads or Jericho. Anything from either Malkavian?
Who's driving? You know, I'm okay, good. Because, you know, Blythe can drive, but I've never really driven. And I almost wrecked her little bug like 5 times on the way here. Almost hit a little old lady crossing the road with her little dog. So, good. Shotgun!
I see. Well. Oh boy.
Well, dexterity and a drive.
Just glad I didn't get her a ticket. I felt so bad.
Oh. Sheet, please. Stop. Three successes.
You're a smooth driver. Even when Jericho starts hitting the window shield, like the window up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down,
Oh, take a left there!
and then
Oh,
knocking on
fuck.
it, click, 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 click.
It's like I'm accustomed to some psychopath. It's like I'm so used to it. My concentration doesn't break.
I mean, you are a kindred.
True.
Okay, Mads, anything for you?
I think. Is she sitting beside Viola again? Viola?
Sure.
Yeah, Viola's always in the middle. Always in the middle of the back seat. She's like, why, God, am I always in the middle? Why do I always get stuck here? Because Lukas... Because she does not like being in the middle, and this is every single time she's been with these people.
She'll kind of look at Viola and say, "You and I are similar, I feel."
Really? What makes you say that? Are you also a seductress, as Vice says? Just rolls her, like, just like, shaking her head, like, putting her, like, why? You know, why does he gotta say it out loud, man?
Well, because he finds it a badge of honor. But I digress. I digress. He's all about...
Got him.
He's all like, I will blush like a slut. But, you know,
I don't mean in that sense. I mean, and I don't mean to touch on something so deep, but you and I were prisoners of the same woman.
Wait, were you know about that conversation?
Yeah,
Alright, everybody was there. Okay.
you talked about it earlier.
Okay. Good. Thanks for the reminder. She says, so Viola sighs. I mean, yes. We were. But, I guess, two paths diverged, and I took the coward's way out. Maybe death would have suited me better.
Or perhaps
But how
it was
was I
the
to
path
know?
of bravery, Viola. Have you ever seen it like that? To survive is to be brave, and so you chose the path that allowed you to survive, and now you have the choice again. And you're choosing the right path.
I certainly hope so.
You and I have not always seen eye to eye. For that, I apologize.
It's not your fault. You did the right thing. I would have been suspicious of me too. Everyone always is. Everyone always will be. But I am trying to turn a new leaf. And as of tonight, I'm going to say I will trust all of you. And see where that takes us. Because right now, that's what we need. That's what I didn't have with Elizabeth. And that's what I'm hoping to have with all of you. Trust.
I'll put my hand out. Like I'm going to go and, like, shake her hand. Just waiting.
Mads O'Shea. My name is Viola Loveridge.
It's good to meet you, Viola.
It's good to be comrades. Maybe the coterie is now a coterie, for reals this time.
Let's just trust each other.
That's all I got now.
And forgiveness, Viola.
Oh, you? I can understand. Forgiveness? That's okay. I totally understand. You, I will give my forgiveness. There's only one that I don't forgive. Everyone makes mistakes. And I do owe Vice.
Mhm.
I do owe Vice for forgiving me. And we saved him, so I guess we're square, but... I'm glad that... If I didn't know vampires could have humanity, maybe I would... This wouldn't be the case, but... I didn't know there was another path. After all, like Lukas said, we're all monsters.
We can choose not to be monsters.
I don't know about y'all, but I know I'm a monster.
I beg to differ. Miss Blythe is not a monster. I might be, but she is not.
And Lukas, I don't think you are either, regardless of what your genetics may be or what kind of... It doesn't matter what you've done.
Remember, you're an enigma.
As they say in the movie, what makes a monster and what makes a man? Subjective, tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
What the fuck are you on about? Huh?
What you consider as a monster is different for all of us.
Oh, I know.
So, I guess we'll have to see if the monster gets the best of us.
I think we're all choosing the right path. Don't you, Dr. Fletcher?
As long as we stick together, I believe we're doing what's necessary to protect our loved ones, our family. That is what I'm here fighting for.
Your family is my family.
And we are on the right path.
They will be safe.
I know. I know.
Lukas, I feel like you drive slower than my grandmother. Not that she could ever drive, but I'm just saying. Could you drive any...
I'm not the one that normally drives. I just, no one volunteered to drive, so I got in the car and drove. So...
I never took you for a man
Normally-
of safety.
It's not a man of safety. I got a bunch of... You know, look. I'm a little, I don't know. Uneasy going towards the sky, alright?
Did you know that Australia is wider than the moon?
Huh?
Yeah, I just remembered. I wanted to share. I thought it was really cool. Aaron Blythe was watching a TV show about it once. Random facts and the like. She remembers all kinds of things like that.
I have a question for the storyteller.
Yep.
Copic, or actually Xirus and Copic, does the phone that you gave Viola, is it a smartphone or is it a flip phone?
I believe it would have been one of the burners, so I would say a flip. But it's not like, it's like modern day burners. It will still have somewhat of a data connection, I would assume.
Yeah,
if
because
that's the intent.
because Viola would want to check like social media and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I'd say it covered some data. Probably not like your fastest or best screen and whatnot.
At a snail's pace.
It loads one web page by the time we get there.
You got 2 gigs of data. You better cherish that shit.
As you are punching in some of your social medias to check, and Mads is just commenting, you drive slow, and Jericho gives the random facts about Australia. The laundromat stink then wash comes into view. We're gonna take our
Oh, it's right there.
I see it's right there.
On the
I can
right.
read. I promise. I can read. I can read.
And we're gonna be right back. And we have returned.
The return. Ah!
Ah. Oh. Ah. E. Oh.
All right, Jericho.
Yeah. We've arrived. We've pulled up.
Yep, and here's an image for you
Nice.
to get everybody in the mood.
Just in case you guys forgot we're at a laundromat. There we are. Alright, I'm gonna step out of the vehicle.
All right.
I'm gonna scope out the laundromat through the window first.
Roll a wits and awareness.
Ding, ding, ding. Wits and awareness. Oh, that's right. That's what I'm built for, is wits and awareness. That's a 4.
A good old number 4.
Come on down.
All right. You see Vincent. He doesn't go by Ethan. He goes by Vincent. In the back, by his normal wash machine. And you see that he has a paperback novel that he's ripped the cover off of. And he's using that cover as a bookmark. He's sitting kind of half leaned up against the dryer, half not. He's just got a white Hanes t-shirt on that's stretched out across what really almost overly defined pecs. For his age, his waist is tight, and his jeans are actually open. The belt is just kind of loose. So the button's undone, but still zipped up. And his combat boots are open and all undone. And his big jeans with several pockets kind of tucked in. Got sort of like the carpenter loop. Half of his face is bruised. He's got an unlit cigarette in his mouth as he opens what you can only imagine to be the smutty romance novels that he absolutely enjoys. And he starts reading.
Man of taste, I see.
He looks to be
All right.
he looks like halfway through the book.
Alright. Is there anyone else in the laundromat?
There is.
Alright.
But they are putting all of their laundry out of the dryer into a basket.
Alright. I'm gonna wait about, I don't know, I give them about 5 minutes to see if they vacate.
Okay. They aren't there too long past a couple minutes, but you do start feeling the like, come on, and then finally that old school like ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling through the bell as they head out, and you think it's just him. You think.
Alright. Alright. Verbally, out loud to himself. Here goes nothing. Or everything? I don't know. Shrugs, walks in.
I have a question. Do we all go in with Jericho? Or does Jer go in alone?
It's up to you guys.
I think the plan was for you guys to wait as backup.
I was like outside.
In the
Yeah.
Scooby van, right?
Yeah, in the Scooby van.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. I'll walk in. I take one more cursory glance of the laundromat. And I am direct. I
You
head
walk up to
straight. I walk up to him, but I don't get too much into his personal bubble, I approach up to. I'm like 5 feet away,
Okay.
so I'm pretty close.
As you begin to approach him, you hear his phone go off. It slows your steps a bit. He puts the book cover in for his bookmark. He answers. His eyes kind of flick up to yours. Just like a casual recognition. He lifts one eyebrow and then he turns away from you as he starts kind of whispering harshly into the phone like,
I told you not to fucking call me.
do you try to listen?
Oh, I am straining to listen.
Roll a wits and awareness.
1, 2, 3. That's a 3.
Okay. The voice on the other phone is deep, a baritone, succulent. You blush at some of the phrasing this man says to Vincent. And you watch as the tips of Vincent's ears also flush. You can smell the rush of heat as his blood begins to pound.
And finally he grumbles, okay. Alright. I'll call you back when I'm done with my chores. Just wait for me at my apartment.
And the voice says,
Oh, I'd be delighted to.
then silences his phone, ends the phone call, puts it in his pocket, takes a minute to just breathe. You see him like kind of pull the front of his shirt, like stretch the shoulders, and when he does, you can see all the lines of those shoulder muscles. And some of the bulging, puckering scars as well. This t-shirt is pretty thin, pretty old. Probably one of his favorites. And finally, he turns back around. And you're lingering not too far, not too close.
Yeah.
Gives you some eyes, and then he goes back to his book.
Sorry, before you get too far into that page.
And then he slowly looks up. Do I know you?
Well, I mean, you know, someone I'm associated with. You know my sister Blythe.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm just be forward with you, sir. I am here on behalf of a group of people who know that you are under the thumb of someone that you don't necessarily want to be under, a certain feminine figure. And, well, quite frankly, we'd like to offer you the opportunity to get out of that.
Roll a charisma
If you
and
catch my
persuasion.
drift. Yes. Let's go. That's what I'm built for. Let's go. Nice. That's one crit and a success for 5.
Okay.
I'm listening.
He motions you a little closer.
Okay. I will step closer. Now, we know that you are unfortunately associated with a Miss Elizabeth. And I happen to be a part of a group of people who are trying to dethrone her, per se. And we would like your assistance and cooperation, and quite frankly, your expertise. If you're willing to risk it.
You say we, and he taps his head. Like, he pulls the cigarette out of his mouth finally, taps. It's unlit, but he taps his temple. We?
Oh, the group of people that I am representing is
Yeah.
I don't.
And who's that? Exactly.
You know, we haven't come up with a name or anything. I'm going to call us the Dream Team because we're actually pretty fantastic. We're a little rough around the edges, but we're great.
The Dream Team. So you're... Hold up. So you're telling me that the fortune teller broad that I go check out every now and then has put together a dream team to take out somebody named Elizabeth?
Well, she didn't put them together, but she is a part of them. Yeah.
How much you paying?
That's a good question.
My starting price is $1 million.
Well, I was just thinking we were paying your freedom. But, I mean, I could talk to the people with the money. I don't got the money, but I could talk to people with the money.
2d6 is what the first one is.
Why don't you go do that with the dream team? Like I said, starting price, $1 million.
Here,
Unless, and he makes a motion, unless you have something that would interest my appetite, then we could start at $25. So why don't you go give your call? What's your name? Jericho?
Oh, my name's Jericho, yes. Puts his hand out.
Blythe's brother.
Right.
He shakes the hand. Well.
When you say appetite, what kind of appetite are you talking about? Like you like, I don't know, you like cake? Oh, I mean, what do you, I mean, you gotta give me some details.
I guess it just depends, huh?
You sure are real vague.
I like variety. If it's interesting, maybe I'll go for it.
Okay, I mean, would you just like to talk to my group?
Sure. And he, like...
Because I don't know what they all got to
turns
offer.
from you. He takes a corner of his book and he writes his phone number. He rips it off. Here you go.
Oh, I mean... Yeah, okay. Phone number. Oh, thanks. I'll talk to you soon.
He gives you a little wave.
And I skip on out.
As you're skipping, his phone text message goes off and he looks at it and answers it and then instantly like flushes and like brings the phone up to his face like, oh god. You see him take a screenshot. Closes the chat snap, puts it back in his pocket.
Huh. When I get to the door, I like hang halfway out the door and I just say, you know what? You just stay right here for a moment. And then I head on over to the coterie. I say, well, I mean, that could have gone worse. I don't know if it could have gone better. But he wants to be paid for it. I don't know about you
What
guys.
he's asking for?
Well, first he said $1 million, which is not in Blythe's bank account. I can tell you that. But he did say something about he has a variety of tastes, and if we can offer him something that interests him, then he would start at $250,000. I don't know what that means, but I got his phone number. But we could also just like just go talk to him.
Blythe, I mean, Jericho.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you introduce me to him?
Yeah, of course.
He gets up and he fixes his tie. Come on.
You want me to go with you?
Stay at the door, but it should be fine.
Okay.
Viola also makes a motion to get out.
Are we all going, Doctor?
Don't believe that'd be necessary, but if you wish to come, you can come.
Perfect.
Lucas will just sit outside, sitting at the curb of the place, just having a cigarette.
Excellent. Am I introducing all three, or should I just introduce you, Doctor?
I look to the other two. Well,
If you need me, you can call me in. I will wait for your word.
okay.
I fear I'd rather come in with you, just to have some numbers.
All right. Well, as long as he does not feel threatened, as we want him our ally. Now, Jericho, if you must.
Of course. I'll lead them back in. I say, Mr. Gray, I just so happen to have some of my associates with me to discuss terms.
He sighs and puts the book cover in the book, closes it, and then looks up. You see him sniff the air a bit.
Yeah. Reaches out a hand.
This is
Hello.
Dr. Fletcher. Dr. Fletcher, this is Mr. Gray.
Yes.
And this is Miss Loveridge.
Ethan, great. Pleasure to meet you.
Call me Vincent.
Vincent, all right? He takes a seat next to him.
So this is real? The Malk over here wasn't just fucking pretending?
No. You see, I will be honest with you, Vincent. I wish to protect my daughter. And, as of right now, this person in question is a threat to my family, and to this city. Now, that goes to say, and I'm sure you can understand, what I am willing to do to protect my daughter, my children, I will do. Right, I will do. And I think you can understand that as well.
He nods.
Now, what I am offering may not be quite $1 million, although what I would like more so is not just to secure the safety for my children, but the future. And that is also what I'm offering to yours. I know this is a lot to think about.
It's pretty straightforward.
Right. So, what do you say?
You know who she is, right?
And this is precisely why I'm willing to do what I need to do to protect my daughter.
Does she have
Because if
her?
I do not, no. But do you think any children of ours would be out of her reach for very long? She's not the type that will cherish you for very long. The moment you are no longer worthy or useful to her?
She just pays me to get shit done.
Right.
I have no loyalty to her, but she pays me well. And she helps me keep my family afloat.
Right. I understand that. Trust me.
Look, what you're asking
I
me to do,
understand.
I get it. I got kids my own, mortal and not so mortal. It's fucking hard shit.
Yeah.
I don't really want anything to do with these goddamn kindred lick bullshit politics.
Then I'll tell you this. Once the job is done, the job is done. I will not ask of you anything else.
You just want her one and done?
That is our goal. Because what she is planning in this city will not only endanger my family, but everyone that lives here. Does not matter if you're kindred, if you're human, or otherwise.
What do you mean?
Before I say anything more, I need you to know. I need to know whether or not you decide to work with us or not.
Depends. I still have a price. I got mouths to feed.
I understand. And I will provide.
But you want me to put a bullet in her head. That shit starts. Bidding minimum $500,000. And if you want a rush order, base price $1 million.
No, not a rush order. We have plans to be more methodical. But knowing that you are on our side will help those plans move more smoothly, if you will. $500,000.
He nods.
How about this? I'll give you 300. The rest goes to your family to make sure they are prepared and safe and set for their future. Because that is what I'm fighting for.
Fine. I'll give you the number to wire it to.
Okay. Well, it was a pleasure. And I truly mean that.
What is she planning?
Well, she's working with the FLP and the Second Inquisition.
I occasionally work with the Second Inquisition. It's not all that odd.
No.
What the fuck is FLP?
Well, FLP, she is creating some kind of, how would you say, a drug, a virus. And she intends to spread this around the city. She actually already has been putting steps towards these clubs. The vaccine, really.
So it's a
She's
weapon.
looking to hurt a lot of people, yes.
Just kindred?
Remind me, storyteller, was it? I don't quite remember exactly what it targets.
Yeah, it targets kindred. Pretty aggressively.
Currently just kindred, which means that those who have power here will potentially lose that. There's a power struggle for sure. And my intention is to make sure that she does not have the dominating power here. Because what she would do if she does, I do not believe anyone would be safe.
Okay, roll some type of. You can roll a charisma, manipulation, persuasion.
I almost forgot what game I was playing. I was like, can I assist?
Can you use the help action? The pull size modifier is my. What is that again?
It's either charisma. It's charisma with either manipulation. Oh, hold on. Let me look at your character sheet. I'm getting confused now. God damn.
Yeah, it's going to say charisma and manipulation are both
So it's one of
abilities.
So it's
One of those.
charisma or manipulation, up to you, plus a persuasion. You can also rouse the blood to add your blood potency to this roll.
Let's go ahead and rouse the blood.
Okay, make a rouse check.
Rouse. Where's the rouse check? Click.
So it's. Did you find it?
Yeah. Succeed.
Okay. So go ahead and add those extra dots. You just count the extra dots from your blood surge. So that's how many you'll. The blood potency.
The blood potency, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll add that to either a charisma or a manipulation, and then add your persuasion.
And then what do I put for difficulty? I forget I play this game.
Just put 1. It's
Okay.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
You can even put 0. Because I set the DC, not roll 20, so.
Bet. That's 3 successes.
Okay. He reaches out his hand.
He takes it.
He gives you a firm squeeze. And his very icy blue eyes meet yours. And when he pulls his hand away, it's his card.
I put it straight into my pocket, very casually.
You tell me when, and I pull the trigger.
Very well. We'll be in contact. And he gets up, starts headed back to the van.
I'll trail back last, and then just before I leave, I'll say, "It is a pleasure." Give him a little 2-fingered salute and head out. I just nod and walk away.
Okay. Outside in the car.
Mads and Lukas. Any roleplay between the two of you?
He was like half a pack deep, waiting on them because he's just like, I was just nervous. It's like I don't want to be here.
You should probably stop smoking.
I can't feel it.
Still. It's a dirty habit.
Oh, I'm aware. But unfortunately, I can't quit.
Why not?
Addiction. It's annoying. But also, being around, if he is what he says he is, I just get a little nervous. That's all.
Sometimes it's okay for us to face our fears, you know?
It's not a matter of fear.
Then?
I don't know. There's a lot in my mind that I don't remember. I just know if it goes bad, I fight. I don't know the meaning of fear a lot of the times. I just know I cause it.
Perhaps one of these days, Lukas, you'll be able to face that head on and understand why you feel the way you do.
Maybe. Real quick, Sly,
Yes.
do you know about his wife?
You mentioned it when we were talking about Andrews.
Okay.
But you didn't say much about that.
You know, she has my wife, right?
Who, Elizabeth?
Yeah. Normally I'd be angry. I don't know how to feel right now, if that makes sense. Because there's no telling what she has done to her. You know?
Is your wife like us?
No. I disappeared from her life for a reason. To stop something like this. But unfortunately I failed. A misstep on my part. Now she's in the hands of someone using as a play against me.
How do you know?
I was wiped from the record of the world for a while.
Yeah.
And people have to dig deep to find me. That's how Knox found me. I was a busboy at a dive bar. Then my sire came, kicked my ass, dragged me somewhere, and that's all I really remember. I couldn't really beat a vampire as much as a trained military man as I was.
Do you remember before that?
Not much. A lot of it's hazy. Comes and goes.
Who is Alexandra?
How do you know her name?
Who is she, Lukas?
Well. Fuck. Someone in my life that I met before all this. To be honest. How do you know that? How do you know? Not even he knows.
Who is
To-
he? Not even who knows, Lukas.
We were just at the hospital with him.
Who?
Laz.
Uh-oh.
You'll kill me. You'll fucking kill me.
If he finds out what, Lukas?
Look, I made some bad decisions.
Who is she?
You know, when you become like a vampire at some point, before that, you meet some people and you kind of have a moment. She was a vampire before that.
I know.
Yeah. So me and her were kind of a thing before I even met my wife. And then I kind of just, I don't know. Like I said, a lot of it, my memory is jumbled. So I think stuff happens at one point, but it doesn't. So I remember.
Why would Lazarus kill you if he knew about her?
I don't know how to explain this other than that's. That. Hold on. No, yes, that's his. Is the correct way to say it? That's Laz's childer, right? Or was it
Yes.
his daughter? Comic, I'm sorry.
That's his childer.
Childer.
That word. Kind of an idiot. No.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, 100%. Somewhere. She finds me, she can kick my ass. That's besides the point.
Why is that?
Oh, that's just the way she is. You know? But you're not explaining that. I keep explaining stuff to you. You're not explaining yourself. How do
What
you
is
know
there
that?
to explain?
How do you know that?
But Lukas, you should know.
I don't.
There's a lot that I know.
Talk me through it. Like I'm 5 years old.
I don't think I can.
Fuck. I'm so fucked.
You don't think that he already knows?
Oh, he probably does, and I'm gonna die one day. I don't know. He's just waiting. So, that's all there is to it. Or that's why I haven't seen her in forever. He's deliberately keeping her away from me. I don't know anymore. I don't question things anymore.
This is all very curious.
Why?
You're very interesting, Lukas.
If you say so. I'm just a guy that gets paid to kill people.
I think you're more than that.
Fair.
What does she look like? Now.
I don't know. I haven't seen her for a very long time.
Okay. Tell me about the snow, Lukas.
I don't like cold for a reason. What else are you not telling me?
What are you hiding?
It's not a matter of hiding. It's a matter of I just don't know a lot. Because either A, it's been locked in my brain for I can't remember.
Do you want to remember?
Maybe.
Do you want me to show you?
It's going to kill me.
I don't know.
Fuck.
But remember, I've tasted of you.
Yeah,
And
I
I
know.
have seen so much, Lukas.
Uh-huh. So
So you tell me. Do you want to know? Or do you want to forget?
part of me says yes, forget. Part of me says let's remember. I don't know anymore. So I say we are on the side, fuck it. Let's remember. And regret it later. Right? Right.
And what happens if you lose your mind?
Well, I'm out of luck.
Or you become like me?
Oh well.
Mads is mad after all. Or so they say.
I'm just a madman with a gun.
I don't know if there's enough time for this while we wait.
One day.
Perhaps on the drive back.
Maybe. I will make a mention when everyone gets back about something.
Oh?
Nix and them found some stuff for me. I just remembered.
Okay.
Just don't mention her name.
Okay. I won't say anything.
I know.
But I can't promise that he doesn't know.
I know. I know. I'm aware. It's part of me wanting to believe that I can... Yeah, you get it. Nothing escapes him.
Although if I command it, you won't be hurt.
I'm not afraid to die.
I'd rather you not.
I know. But I'm willing to face the consequences of my own actions. Done.
We all deserve more than one chance in life, Lukas.
I know. Oh, I'm well aware.
And I hope we can get your wife back. Wherever she is.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to see her again?
I want her safe.
Do you want to
And
see her
if something
again?
happens, and something's bad has gone wrong, I am the one that puts the bullet in her. Got it? Understand, please.
Your wife should know you, Lukas.
No. She
Yes.
shouldn't.
She should.
No, she should not.
You don't think she loves you even though we are something different?
No. No one deserves to be put through this fucking bullshit hell that I put everyone through. Running away from everything. Trying to keep everyone safe.
But by keeping her safe, are you not also hurting her?
I know. I chose the bullshit route. And it got her in trouble. And I pay for the consequences. I'm the one that paying it. Not
Then
anyone
why
else.
not give her a choice, Lukas?
I might not get the ability to let her have the choice if Elizabeth is involved and something has happened to her. I unfortunately play really cautious and think too far ahead sometimes. That's all.
Then I guess we will wait and see.
Exactly.
At that moment, the little ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, the laundromat door opens, and Dr. Fletcher, Jericho, and Viola step out. Everyone files back into the car, only this time Mads O'Shea is in the center because she was having a conversation with Lukas.
It's
So,
honestly the small victories. Small victories. Xirus brokered a deal with him. Xirus, you can go into the details.
I gave him an offer. He said yes.
cool.
What
I have a
did you
bit
offer?
of inf.
Sorry,
I
Lucas.
No, you're fine.
You don't have to worry about the offer. I will take care of that. But in the end, he is on our side. He is prepared and ready. That is what we came here to do. Right.
I honestly hope so, and I hope that Elizabeth doesn't find out and make him a better offer. He's a hunter after all. He could benefit from our demise.
Then we should make quick before he changes his mind.
I think he'll benefit from her demise more than he'd benefit from ours.
I hope he sees it that way, honestly, Jericho. I really do.
Xirus, I do have a bit of info to give you.
What's that?
My ghouls took it upon themselves to investigate something based on a vision that Eliana foresaw, and they were watching Laz's clubs for a little bit and saw some individual mortals going back and forth between a warehouse on Dock 18 that seemed to be bringing the vaccine from there, not a pharmaceutical company. So there is that to follow up on.
Is that something we could do now?
I don't know.
This is their main supply for the vaccine.
Possibly.
We could,
Or a warehouse of it.
right. We could at least delay. It's not going to be much.
My question is, will it alert them of our position? Will alert that something's happening?
Precisely. I believe we shouldn't make quite big moves just yet. Not like
Okay.
that. But keep an eye on it for sure. When the time's right, we'll strike.
You got it. So where am I taking this car?
It's up to you guys. It's up to the coterie. Where do you go? Do you want to head back to Xirus's? I mean, you all have phones. You can contact anybody you need on a cell phone.
We could ask where we should go first or next now that we're out here.
He does send a text to Julia to let his grandfather know that Ethan is. It just says his initials and a thumbs up.
had something I wanted to try with our Sleeping Beauty, but it can wait till later if there's something more pressing.
Hey, who's Sleeping Beauty?
Oh, that would be Blythe's daddy, Maverick.
Oh.
What did you want to try?
Well, I was kind of hoping to maybe kind of glimpse into what he's recently experienced. It might give us a little bit more information on the scientific virus side of what's going on. Maybe that's assuming that my idea even works. I'm just kind of playing with these new abilities Blythe has gained, you know?
Right. Well,
But it can definitely wait if there's something more pressing.
precisely. Is there, anything else we need to do before we proceed?
Not that I'm aware of, other than tackling bits and pieces on the list. But I don't know which ones you want to go for first, other than asking one of the three back at your abode.
Do we go or do we call?
You know, you just call them. Make it brief.
Call who now?
Lazarus or Vice to see what would be the next ideal target, too.
Unless
All right.
we're,
While all this is happening,
Yep.
is happening, Viola's finally got the 2 gigs to load.
Yeah.
Apparently, you've made a post that you're not okay and you need help, and your company, the casino that hires you, has made a post about your illicit drug dealing and some money laundering.
You just. What the
What?
fish? And
You
you
then
didn't do
open
any
up.
of this?
You open up a interview with. Was it Emily? Yes, Emily. Talking about how you abused her, how you made her do things, coercement, and the like.
This is absurd. Can you believe this shit? They're saying that I've dealt with drugs and money laundering. All they did was giving me a credit card, and believe me, don't need drugs when you're a vamp. Just doesn't work. This is fucking bullshit.
As you're scrolling, the message is clear. You belong to her. And if you don't return, Emily dies.
So, our wonderful, beautiful adversary is very, very adamant of having me back. And unfortunately, she wants to sacrifice Emily.
And you think that's
So-
just the beginning.
And unfortunately, I have a sinking feeling that she won't stop there. When was the post made?
This morning, when kindred were sleeping. So it's had all day to circulate.
Shit. Fuck. Bollocks. God damn it. It's had all morning to circulate. If anyone sees my face, there's gonna be questions, and the police are probably gonna come after me. Your
So
little friend
perhaps-
Andrews.
Perhaps we use this as an opportunity, Viola. Perhaps this is not something to look at as damaging, but rather a way to infiltrate on our own.
What are you suggesting, Mads?
You like playing both sides, don't you?
Perhaps. Depends on the side.
Well, you're loyal to us, right?
Well, yes, I would hope so.
Does she know that? Or does she
I
just
think she's-
assume you were
She's
taken?
suspicious. She's suspicious and she's threatening me. So she thinks that I might have turned. But I don't think she knows yet.
So perhaps
She's
this is
giving me
play.
a timeline.
Hmm. Perhaps this is a play where you... What was your job exactly, Viola? Your purpose.
Do you know how she got all those schmucks under her thumb? Because of me. I collected all the blackmail. Found out everyone's little deep, dark sexual desire and secret. And then I pushed and I took pictures and all those embarrassing things they wouldn't want to know, I found out. I played the role and I made them sing like a canary. Sing her song.
Mads kind of cringes at the comparison to a canary in like a very uncomfortable way. And why did you come to us?
She
Why-
wanted me. She
She wanted
wanted me. She wanted vice heads on a platter. She needed a moment, actually. She wanted me. At first, to poison Vice with holy water. Now, I never, I'm going to be honest with you, I never really got my hands dirty in that way. I blackmailed people, I coerced them, but I never killed. Not really. Maybe once. But I paid for that. She was not happy when I did that. She deserved it, though. Anyways. But then I told her that you were with us, Mads. And she sees the opportunity. Yes. And then Viola remembers. Oh, I'm sorry. I understand why you might have grimaced with the canary. She did call you the canary. And she said that since you were with Little Vice, that she would take advantage of that.
You told her I was there.
With us, yes. I didn't realize that you were that important. And I didn't realize your connection to Vice. Not until, well, later. Until I understood what you are. And how important you are to Vice. And why Elizabeth wanted you and had you.
If you think she had me because of Vice, you are mistaken.
No, it wasn't because of Vice. It's because of... And she just gestures to all of you. to who you are, what you are, which is frightening. To be honest, I'm not exactly clear, but judging from how much Vyson loves you, you're something special. You're different. I don't know how, honestly, but she wanted you, clearly. And that's how the hotel fiasco went down. To be honest, I just thought Vice was just another monster of another kindred, feasting and toying with the mortals to his own devices, because at the end of the day, I thought we were all monsters, and that was our fate, to be cruel. I didn't realize that. I never knew. Kindred could be so human. And it really... So... It was different than how Elizabeth treated me. I didn't even know Kindred could care. I didn't even know they had feelings. It was strange. I felt like I was always alone. And then I met all of you, and you, Mads, you the way you are with your emotions and all this stuff, it changes a person. It does things to people. Maybe that's why Elizabeth is so keen on you. It's this influence you have on people. I'll admit, I didn't like you for a while, because it was always between... You were always the one that got out. But now I understand. I have a better idea. But maybe there's more to it, that maybe there's something I'm not seeing. And I'm trusting you. I'm trying to take this moment to have this trust. Because I want to believe that we can do something here.
I have a question.
Of course.
Why did Elizabeth want you, Mads?
I don't... There was... I was once a prisoner in a cage. Who saw too much and knew things that others could not. And I don't know. I was the canary in her cage. I don't know. But she loved me. In her horrible, cruel way, I guess.
Everyone in the car roll a wits and insight. Jericho, you have a +2 circumstance bonus for this.
Let's go.
I got a crisp 2. Too busy focused on driving.
Ooh, Ooh, that's a 7.
Okay.
Got
Sure.
a 3.
So I've got 2
3 as
threes,
well.
3, 3, 2, and a 7. Okay. Close. Everyone was close. But Jericho knocked it out of the park. Alright, Jericho. As she is talking, you feel a sensation, a pressure behind your eyes. And then you suddenly smell the scent of burning hair and meat. And before you're able to finish your sentence, a vision overtakes you. A cage. And a canary. At first, you aren't sure where you are. But slowly it fades into focus, an old museum. Like a heritage park set on display. With rows and rows of antique vases filled with a very particular flower that blooms and twists, vining down towards the floor. The smell inside the room is so sweet, it's almost putrid. And the keeper of the canary, always with a glass of tea. By glass, a small, decorative teacup. And she would clink it 1, 2, 3 times, and the canary would have a vision. And some of these visions, some of them opened a portal. And sometimes something slithered free. And I think we're gonna end there for tonight.
Oh, damn.
Spooky.
Yeah, that was good. Holy shit.
Bruh.
Clink, clink.
Don't fucking start with me, man. Ah, yes. Yes. Thank you. So good. So good.
Yes, thank you, as always.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh,
What a ride!
And as the image of tonight's episode starts fading out and the credits start to roll, you slide back into the grandfather quorum.
God.
Yes.
The Daddy Council!
And Vice is pulling on his shoes and loafers that he's found that Xirus has stowed away. He's left a name on Venmo. You know, like, hey, I'm on Venmo, I'll pay you, sorry.
That's so funny.
And somewhere he's found the hair supplies that Julia keeps at the hospital, and he's managed to hairspray his hair up so it's got that nice little flick when he, you know, draws a line up with his nose, like, how you doing? And he practices a couple times in the mirror, and once he's satisfied, he takes her mascara and reapplies it. I don't know. Darling, aren't we delicious? And he adjusts the tie, and he steps out. Both Kadal and Lazarus are sitting in the rolly chairs, kind of sprawled out, tapping toes, waiting. And when Vice steps in, he says, well, gentlemen,
I believe this adjourns the meeting. And Lazarus rolls his eyes, and Kadal stands and straightens his simple black vest, shirt, and his long coat.
Says you take an awful long time.
Well, you have to look fabulous when you're going to topple an empire. Granted, this entire place is my empire in the first place. But that's neither here nor there. Shall we? Lazarus stands.
Always so flashy.
But you like that, or at least you did. We should really try to be friends if you're going to be my son-in-law now.
I am not your son-in-law.
No, Lazarus Kane. Mads wouldn't want you to hurt me. I'm a simpering little boy.
You are
Delightful, handsome, adorable, wonderful. All true, thank you. And that's it.
Hell yeah.
Daddy say what?
I was sucking a breath, bro. That was so funny.
Dead. Oh fuck,
Son-in-law, Lord.
Son-in-law. What?
I'm not your son-in-law.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Too funny.
Fabulous.
Yeah, and Kadal's like just back and forth.
Please, can we discuss what we are doing?
And Vice is like, I need to get dressed. I refuse to have this conversation looking like a muck.
Oh, Lord. I love it.
Yep. Yeah, it's great.
So they had. I would love to imagine like we did all of that, and that's just. And when we finish, that's when Vice actually finishes. Spends all that time.
There was quite a bit of other meeting, and there was some like tussing and like grabbing, and Kadal getting in the middle, and Lazarus being like you, and Vice being like me, and you know.
Yes, me. I know
Yes.
what you mean.
And Kadal being like, stop breaking my grandson's home.
Things.
Ugh!
Yeah. He's like, don't worry, I'll pay for it. I promise. I have money.
Lord, that reminds me. I have to work off so much fucking structural damage.
Correct. You fucked up a lot of shit.
Yep.
Imagine throwing stuff around. Crazy.
Great session. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
guys.
thank you, everyone.
No, thank you.
Woo!
Thank you.
Woo! Woo!
Woo!
Yeah!
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. Let's go.
And this is like their theme, even though it's also Rowan's theme, as they like step out their three granddads,
Oh,
you know?
God, it gives me so
Dads.
much excitement. Oh.
They're all like in time, and Vice like pulls out sunglasses and slips them on, and of course Lazarus is like, "You idiot!"
You know what it is? It's like that scene in Miami. What is it? Miami. What's that fucking show? CSI Miami. Oh my god, yes! Where they all like walk out together, and he's just like, yeah.
Yep. Like in
Cracking
my
me
head,
up.
this scene is like Kadal like adjusting his gloves, like his long coat like kind of billowing out.
Hell yeah.
Vice
I see
pulling
it.
the
I
glasses out, you know,
visualize it.
flicking them and then putting them on and doing the hair flick, because, you know. And then Lazarus just, hands in pockets, like, God. And then when they get to the roadside, it's like this tiny little pink Uber. And Lazarus is like, are you fucking kidding me? And Vice is like, I love this color. Come on.
Oh.
And he gets in the
my
front, so the
Lord.
two big guys have to get in the back. Oh, yeah. 100%.
And he's
Oh
like,
my
I am the
God.
Baron, so I got front seat.
100%. It's like a little Prius.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, Vice, would he do that? Absolutely. Ah, so funny. Cheeky little bastard. Thank you guys so much for joining.